Hi, everyone. Welcome to Pierogi Monday. Thank you, everyone, for coming in. This is going to be another great live. Today, we have Johnny Small Pepper. Johnny Small Pepper is one of the, when you talk about sharing channels and promoting other channels, the guy is awesome. He knows exactly what he's talking about. He follows everybody because when you listen to the conversation, you know he follows you. So it's really good stuff. So if you guys have a chance, if there's a mod here, please show Johnny's link. I appreciate that, and please show it during the chat. So this is the hot sauce I'm going to be trying today. It's a ginger hot sauce from Jersey Barnfire. The hot sauces I expected didn't come in, so this is what's going to do. I can't talk. I'm extremely tired, guys, and I had some news today that I can't tell anybody, but it's really freaking awesome. Anyway, today I'm going to give out some hot sauces from Pucker Butt. So we got some. These are a heat index of 5. Actually, all the heat sauces I have here are a heat index of 5. So somebody's going to burn their butt. I'm also going to have some salsa. I'm going to give that away, which is really awesome. I never thought. Look at the price of this. $19 for some salsa. So this is some good salsa. And I also have some hot reaper mix. So that's what we're going to give away today. And thank you. One second. Wrong channel. I was on somebody else's channel and seen the super chat. I'm like, whoa, what's that? Let me go on live. Okay. All right. So here comes Johnny Small Pepper. And thank you, everyone, for coming today. I really appreciate it. So there's Johnny.
Hello.
So happy to have you on. I've been wanting to have you on for a long time. So this is what Pierogi Monday is about. We have a lot of things in similar. We're very similar in a lot of ways, Johnny. And when you're sharing other people's channels and promoting them, that means the world to me. Because you promote the little guy, you promote everybody. Mm-hmm. And not many people do that. Everybody's about themselves, and you're not about yourself. You're about a community. And I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
And you know what you're talking about.
Well,
you're not going around the bush saying, oh, this and this and this person. You actually follow people, and that's pretty awesome.
It's it's YouTube, right? And but it's not really about you. It's not about me. It's about helping these channels, all the channels, be successful, because the more successful the group is, the more successful we can be, period. So I really believe in that. And we all struggled. Anyone who's approaching that first 100 subscribers thinks that you can't get to where you and I are, Joe. It's not true. We all began the same way with the same struggles. And if you don't forget that, and you help promote the little guys and big guys, it works out well.
So what made you start a YouTube show? Like, what was your first, I'm going to do a YouTube show. What was your story behind it?
Well, I don't know to this day, I don't know what caused me to be on YouTube. I had my channel from my past when I was in another state. And I don't know if I got it from one of the kids or whatever. Anyway, the channel started as me being a subscriber, right? We all started there, I think, right? I had no intention of making videos. But I had a lot of experience speaking to large groups and dealing and decoding information down to the basic core, in helping train and build up people. So what ended up happening is, like it happens with everyone, no matter if you're a mechanic all the way to a CEO, you bump into something, you say, you know what, I'm going to make a video. If you remember that first video we all made, Joe, it was terrible.
Really bad.
but I'm reading a book right now on this, and they said when you get up to a 200 videos, your videos are still terrible. And I'm only at 300, and mine are still terrible. So it's about a building process, right? You start somewhere, and I started by accident, actually.
How about that?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I started out making videos. Everybody wanted to see my garden, my friends and family. So I was like putting this stupid videos out, holding the camera the wrong way. How many times you do that? Having the wrong way, all of a sudden you just hit record. You post it on your phone. Then all of a sudden you go back to your computer because I had no idea what I was doing. Look what I had. I'm like, oh damn, I'm sideways. I'm like, how did that happen? I didn't film it sideways. How do you do this on the phone?
And
I
then
just
sound was another issue, remember? And then editing. And it is the beginning where we all begin. It's the land of total unknown, Joe. It's like beginning, it's like beginning, especially for us, and we're not young. You're younger than me, but it is all this technology that I wasn't familiar with. So, I mean, they still make fun of me. Everyone makes fun of me on my channel because of my technology glitches. Everything from sideways pictures to no sound,
it happens. It happens. Oh, Al Shafe, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. You got some interesting people here already. This is pretty cool. You got
Nice.
Huga Homestead. You got Dark Lord Minute. 351 Cleveland.
Yeah,
I'm not really too familiar with
big
him
big supporter on all those guys.
We have Camp Hatton Family Compound, Carrie Leonard, guitar covers and originals. Don't You Know, Lisa Ellison, Ted Pottle, King Poobah, that's Dustin, Jaja Juby. Let me see who else. Mike's Chaotic Gardening. And I never say that word, so don't. That happens. You got the Stock Explorer. You got Uncle Al, which is Dyed Bullfrog 79. You got Scotty Too Hottie. I love that name. Every time I see it, it cracks me up. Wine Cellar Lounge, Me and My Shadow, Face the Ace. So a lot of people that follow you. Got Jane Doe. She's one of the best mods I ever had.
Nice.
I have some good mods, but man, she is awesome.
Nice.
Let me see. And you know what? Following the Stock Explorer, I never thought I would follow scratch offs the way I do.
Yeah.
But her and Ted are awesome together. I hope they don't.
Joe, who would have thought? Who would have thunk that scratch offs is such a big group of people? It's
Scratch and Pete.
Yeah. Well, look at Scratch and Pete. He gets 300 or 400 views on a video. That's not playtime. That's really a lot of work. And he does a lot of work behind it too. But his videos are great. And I didn't realize until it was 2:00 in the morning and I'm watching a show in Asia. And I saw Nora come in. Nora came in the middle of the night when I was watching it, and we said hi to each other. But it was that big of a community. To me, it's fantastic, and I never knew I'd enjoy it either. I just looked at it. I'm like, what is this? And sooner or later, you get to meet the group.
It's a really good group. I mean, it's amazing. Let me see who else is here. You got Glitter World. You got Arsenic Element. That Fishing Channel. Face the Ace. You got Al Shafe. Fairbrook Studio. Let me see. And there's a couple other people. Fairbrook, and Jen's Hobby Nook. Thank you so much for coming with Johnny. I mean, go subscribe to Johnny. I'm going to show everybody your your YouTube page, Johnny, quick.
Sure.
So people get a chance to look at it if they've never seen it before. So this is Johnny Small Pepper's channel. So how many days? Last week you went live basically every single day doing reviews, right?
Right. I'm working through 2 boxes of super hot peppers, and I have probably 100 peppers, so I have to do it every day. And I took off today because I knew we were going to go live. And anyway, but I do it every day until I run out of peppers, and then I got some other stuff that's going to be kind of fun. It's really unique.
I got to play catch up on the last 3. I made it to Friday. I think it was Friday, but I love that you do these reviews.
Well, I've started a new format. After 15 minutes, I start eating peppers. So you have to go in 15 minutes. Everything's welcoming people. We're getting about 30% new followers coming in each live, or new people coming in because of everyone sharing it out. And you mentioned that on the chat too, how important it is. But then at 15-minute mark, I start eating peppers, and we're done by 45 minutes to an hour.
That's perfect. Do you ever do these chip challenges? Do you like doing those?
Yes, I did 3 of the Packy chips. I have 10 of them in a box.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be the last one of the year to do them. And it's really sad to see what happened to that young man who passed away. I still haven't heard anything, but I read the ingredients, I read all this, and I was really kind of hesitant in doing it so quick. I did 3 of them, and I don't even know if my heat score got up there, but these chips are they're pretty formidable if you don't do this stuff a lot.
Yeah, they were having them at 7-Eleven. I was like shocked. I'm like, wow, they have them at 7-Eleven. I see some young girls want to try, and they're like 13 years old. Oh, come on, we got to try this hot pep. Let's see. I was kind of like, wow, I can't believe they're going to do this.
Yeah. Well, this is the age where everyone does stuff because of social media. Back in the day, you'd have to wait for this, right? I mean, this wouldn't be so driven. And I think a lot of it's based on social media anyway. But I do it because I'm on a journey to see if I can do a little bit more the next day. That's it. I don't do it for anyone else. I told my subscribers the other day, I'm not doing this stuff for you. I'm sad. I know you like seeing it. I'm doing it because I want to see if I can press my limits and we can have fun together at the same time, right? So.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you so much, Tuber Chat is here. Thank you so much, Kevin. I appreciate that. Thank you. So we're starting Wide Family Farm and me. We're starting a channel, and it's going to be called Grow Big TV, and I'm so looking forward to that. And good. we have a seed supplier for us, which is M.I. Gardner. We did a partnership with him, and we have another. I ain't gonna say anything, but think this. It's in a contract review.
Nice.
And that's awesome. I can't say anything, but hey, I don't know where that came from.
Congratulations, Joe, because I look back at your channel. I remember you were at 3,000 or 4,000, and then you exploded, and you've been exploding ever since then. And I think really, these channels take a lot of work. You put a lot of time into your channel. It shows. I mean, there's a reason why your channel's exploded. You put so much effort into this, so that's how come.
I just like yourself. I like promoting the little guy.
Yeah.
Little guy there. I want to see what he has. See, when I'm in Tuber Chat's channel, I have a circle. This is when I want to be in my channel. You got your hot sauce, your nutrition, your food, a whole bunch of stuff like that. But I want to be different. Everybody is the same. Everybody teaches. They rob stuff from other channels. I don't want to be the robber. I want to be unique. I want to be different. So by showcasing the channel and doing jib jabs and putting a face, first everybody gets a laugh out of it, and second you get a face to the channel. I'm like, hey, that was pretty funny. Maybe I should follow that. Everybody lives life too hard today. Let's have some fun a little bit.
Exactly. 100% agree.
And so I did lose a lot of followers for a stupid reason. I'm not going to get into that, but I'm like, I don't think there's somebody in YouTube that actually has a heart that promotes other channels like the way I do.
Right.
And when somebody doesn't follow you anymore, I'm like, what the heck did I do? But no big deal. There's 2 million channels out there. There's 2 million gardening channels out there. Do something different. Find a way to connect with them. And just following your views, you're keep on increasing, keep on getting bigger, and you're just being yourself, right?
Yeah, and you mentioned there's 2 million garden channels. There's 53,500,000 content providers.
There you go.
Billions of accounts. And here's what I tell everyone. You've got to do something you love. You've got to find the people that are the right ones for you. You can't everyone follows originally to get your number, but then you need to find your family and the people that you really like. Cut the drama out because you're here for fun. Drama is an Instablock. But then the other thing after that is you need to be consistent, right? You're very consistent. I think you were much more consistent probably about 6 to 8 months ago. I could be wrong, Joe. but I saw you all the time. And I lost track of a lot of stuff because I'm so far behind on my to keep track with. Everyone's going live now. Everyone has community pages. Everyone's doing videos all the time now. It's really overburdening. But my point is that when we did this these channels, you said be unique, and you have to find a delivery mechanism that's not like someone else. You got to find your stick. And that's what I do. I do the same thing that you just said. And I think everyone needs to find that sweet place. It can happen in a year. It could happen the first week. It could happen in 5 years. But you'll see everyone comes onto their own after a while. After about a year, they start to settle in and they start to do stuff they love. They figure out the game a little bit more, if that makes any sense.
So how did you get into hot peppers?
By mistake, actually. I never knew I could do them. Never. I never tried a pepper. I think I might have had a jalapeno piece in a taco or something like that. But I followed someone who turned out to be someone I'm not following anymore. And because of that, I fell into a few situations where I tried different things with peppers. Ultimately, I did stuff with some other hot stuff. And it was attacked because it was so quick that I could do it. Mm-hmm. And so I just, I went back and rethought and came back after about 6 months. And I started doing peppers. Because, you can do anything with hot, but people understand peppers. There's a basic fundamental about a jalapeno, a habanero, a Carolina red, or a ghost pepper. Ghost pepper is right at the beginning of the super hots. And I never had any super hot pepper before maybe, 8 months ago, ever. And
amazing.
I found out that they're not like everything else. One day I was eating a pepper and I felt a very low pain score. And it was a super hot. And then I said there's a few other examples where I felt the pain, but I couldn't physically feel it. I knew where it was in my head because my physical sensors were sensing where the heat was, Joe. But I couldn't feel the heat. Wow. So I had to sense it based on what my brain was telling me the heat level was, because I couldn't feel it. So I have a unique situation going on. And I'm very guarded. I'm an older guy and I have to be very careful with this, right? I'll stop if I get up to a 2 or a 3 on my pain scale out of 10. I'm not in this to eat 85 peppers. I'm in this to talk about the different types of peppers, about their heat levels, about how they cross them, how they from a very amateur level, and talk about all things pepper. And it's amazing. People don't know how to prep. They don't know how to harvest seeds out of a pepper. They don't know what the levels are. They didn't know what a ghost pepper was versus a reaper. They heard them all. They're all impossible. They never knew how to approach it in the burn. And the biggest flattery I ever had, there was a guy named Johnn Adventures. And I think he's in Portugal.
Okay.
And after watching a video, Joe, he did a video of him eating a jalapeno, I think. And he was describing the burn exactly the same way. And it was just it was the best video I've ever seen. Because here's a person who just watched a video and tried a pepper for the first time and was describing the burn the way I do. So there's a systematic approach to it. Anyway, that's kind of a long way to say all that.
Well, I really enjoy your reviews because it takes, a lot of people do have the super hot, but there's no taste to it. And that's the reason why I dehydrate my peppers too. There's 2, I have diverticulitis and I had 2 resections.
Right.
If I do something super hot like that, a real pepper, I could be done. There's a
Yeah.
colostomy bag, you know.
Yep.
So, but I dehydrate my peppers. I could just put a tap, add a little more, drink some hot sauce, then maybe drink a whole thing of hot sauce. But you start small. You start small. You start in the beginning of the time. Did you ever put something in the back of your throat and all of a sudden you get the hiccups right away?
No, I've never gotten hiccups.
Wow, that's amazing.
I've never gotten the hiccups. I had my first endorphin rush when I ate 3 chocolate primatales, or 4, I think 3 or 4. And I all of a sudden my pain level dropped to 0. Nothing. And that was my first endorphin rush ever, if that's what it was. But I've never had the hiccups, believe it or not. I'm a totally unique character when it comes to when I do these. If I told you, and I'm not gonna, Joe, it's my own thing. I like watching fools be fools. But what happens, Joe, when we eat this, it's great to measure, and that's what the videos, you'll find the videos that we do. They're very simple. They're not bravado. Right. We talk about being safe. We talk about, if you're going to do a Packy one chip, right? You asked about the Packy one chip. I tell everyone you shouldn't start with anything. That's a manufactured, super caustic, hot challenge. You should try, if you can do a jalapeno, you should try a habanero. If you can do a habanero, you might be able to try the bottom quarter of a ghost pepper. Mm-hmm. If you can do a ghost pepper and eat the whole ghost pepper and you're not dying, right? Because you don't want to eat the whole pepper. You want to test yourself to see how much you can handle, like you were saying, right?
Right, exactly.
And then you can build up to the chip. Everyone wants to do all this stuff and they go crazy. And I think it's a little bit foolish, but what am I? I've been a fool before many times. I'm the most flawed person in the world. So, but anyway, that's what I did. I try to do it at the basic level. And it's amazing to see all the people that have never done a pepper coming to the channel for the first time and enjoying not only the group of people like yours on your channel, Joe, but the dialogue and the whole breakdown of it all.
So we have some new people that just entered the chat. Janice Erfer just came on in. Kimberly Gaia. I always say that name wrong. Once you hear a name, you're good. But if you just see it once, you're screwed. So a lot of people say, just say the first name. You're good. I go for the last name. I work it out. I get it after a while. And you have the Bud Files is here.
Hey, Bud Files.
MB Heritage Farms is here.
MB.
I tell you what, when he talk about chickens, he's the chicken master, man. I love listening to him.
He really is.
He's fantastic. Canadian Family Life. I'm not sure if I've seen her, but thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. So this is the hot sauce I'm trying today. It's jalapenos. You got jalapenos. Let me see. It's here. Well, you can use it on seafood, chicken, and Asian dishes. I like it. It's on rice, actually. Let me see. This is a terrible presentation, but it is what it is. There it is. Hot peppers, jalapeno, habanero, vinegar, ginger root, water, tomatoes.
Nice.
Sugar, onions, garlic, and some other crap. So I'm going to put this on my pierogies. Nice. And when I put this on my pierogies, Johnny has some small peppers he's going to talk about. And I'm going to have a picture right here. And I'm going to start putting some stuff in my pierogies. Go ahead, Johnny.
Fantastic. Well, guys, part of what I do is I give everyone in the audience of my channel the chance to vote on what burn I have to have, right? So I put the peppers out and then they get to vote 1 or 2. And this would be like line number 1 over here. And this would be line number 2 here. And so when I give them the chance to vote and I talk about the peppers, and I don't know if you can see this really well. This is a Deadpool. Looks nasty, huh?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a Deadpool. I think it's a Maruga, a scorpion hybrid. And no one's ever heard of that. They've heard of Maruga. This is either a chocolate Primatali, but I think this is a chocolate Podzilla.
I think that might be it.
Pardon me?
Chocolate, what Godzilla said was chocolate was the last name you said?
Podzilla.
Podzilla. That's what I think it is. I don't think it's the one you said.
And this is this one right here. This guy is a what did I have that as? 1 second here. This is a I'm gonna get it wrong, and I just want to make sure I get it right. It is a yellow fever. These aren't that hot. These are like a ghost pepper. They're about 1.2 million Scoville heat units. But look at this. Look at the the pepper cam went out. Oh, there we go. There we go. This is an orange, like a sherbet orange. Look, and look at the bumps and all that.
That is
about 1 million Scoville heat units, and that's where the super hots begin at the ghost pepper. This one is 14. This one right here is an Orion. I've never had this one before, so we're going to eat this today.
That is in a hot level, right? That's around.
Yeah. What is
that in a units? Scoville units?
You know what? I don't have a number, so I don't guess. It's usually super hots are above 1 million. And this is what I wanted to tell everyone. This is a golden Podzilla, by the way. This is a golden Podzilla. When everyone says, "Oh, a Reaper's 2.2 million," it's not 2.2 million. It's about 1.5 million to 2.2 million. It could be below 1.5 million. It could be above 2.2 million. It's just a range of the Scoville heat units. And when a lot of people will claim they're eating the hottest this or the hottest that pepper, they're not tested. So what these peppers are, they're given a range, right? And everyone sits around, the people will sit around and they'll give an average that they think this is, and then that's how the range is made. That's how the Reaper is actually, I think it's a tested pepper, like Pepper X, which is another interesting development too, by the way. But anyway, so these peppers are all over 1 million and under 2 million, I would say.
Now, Pepper X, what is Pepper X a mix of? Do you know anything about Pepper X?
I don't know what the mix is, but you know, Joe, this is all I'm going to tell anyone. You're not. I don't want to say what I did. I absolutely know that you're not looking for what Ed Curry and Pepper X is telling you. What you're listening for is what they're not telling you. Okay. Number one, we'll probably never see the pepper. So I really lost interest in it right there. Number two, have you ever heard anyone mention the taste of Pepper X? Nope. That means that Pepper X, I think it's 2.6 million on average. It's like extract level. It's very hot, but I heard it's very earthy, like dirt, like very earthy, which means that it might not have a great taste to it. I don't know. I've never tried it. So we're never going to see it. It's going to be in sauces and stuff, and I'm not going to buy it, Joe. I'm going to do a gummy bear, one of those super hot gummy bears. It's 3 million Scoville heat units. I'll do that, and it's hotter than the Pepper X. Pepper X is a great marketing gimmick. It's a gimmick, Guinness Book of World Records. And you have to understand, if you want your star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, you have to pay for it. You have to pay a lot of money. If you want your record in Guinness Book of World Records, you got to pay a lot of money. There's money that's involved. So I'm not saying anything bad. I wouldn't do that. That's not my right to say it. I'm saying for me, I just don't know enough. And if I don't see the pepper, I would probably have no interest in doing any of the sauces either. And by the way, Joe, I don't do, sriracha is my favorite sauce. It really is.
No. So I like the peaches and habaneros. That's you have any of those peaches? I'm all for it. Just to let you know, I have seen a picture of the Pepper X.
Yeah,
I have seen pictures of it, and I heard it does have an earthy flavor to it.
Right.
Because it's general, and there's right now. I know Ed's working on a hotter pepper that he thinks is hotter than that. So when they do those units, just like you said, they get a whole bunch of peppers, and it's just the average. It's the average of it. That's what it
Yeah,
comes down to.
and it's all good. Ed can do whatever he wants to, and I think Ed's kind of maneuvering between making money and getting a pepper out there for the masses to try. And as soon as the next pepper's out, he'll probably have Pepper X seeds available, right? It's just
Yeah.
he's just not going to do it now, because you can take a pepper, you can eat it, harvest the seeds, and he's out of business.
Yep.
Why would you do that?
Right.
So
Everybody else has Pepper X seeds. That's what it comes down to, and you don't want that.
yeah, exactly right. So he's being smart about it. I have nothing against anyone in the whole thing. I just would lose interest if I can't taste the pepper.
I got you. You know what? I'm probably never going to taste it anyway. That's too hot. That's too hot. But
Well,
I might try a sauce sometime when that's what he's promoting. It's a business. It's a business.
right. Exactly right.
It's his living, and that's okay.
And everyone should be able to make as much money as they can off their ideas and their proprietary stuff. I'm not sure about. There's always drama that goes on with who took what or did what. I don't pay any attention. I don't do drama on my channel, so I don't know what any of that is. If it comes out, I'll taste it. If not, then I won't.
I'm the same way. There's a lot of people. Well, not a lot. There's some people in the pepper community that you're like, you kind of shake your head a little bit, and that's okay. I'm trying, but every single person there, you can learn something from.
Yep.
And so for me, it's all about listening. It's like if you have a wife, you need to listen. If you don't listen, man, there's no happy wife, happy life thing.
Here's what I'm going to say about. Here's what I'm going to say. Oh, it's a blanket statement. I found a lot of the stuff that was being said about peppers to be not believable, and I found a lot of the from one channel to the next to the next to the next, and this is not bad mouthing anyone. 99% of the people are great people. It's just there was no consistency in the information I heard.
That's a good point.
And so if there's no consistency, that means there's I have a real hard time listening to it. So, Joe, my last job, I had 29 PhDs behind my desk. There were books written. There was a semi-truck filled with paper to document this item. And you couldn't be wrong. It's not about hearsay. It's not about I think. It's not about a case study of you believe this is the case or this believes you believe that's the case. That's a case study. It's the lowest form of information. And one of the things that I always tell everyone is I'm an amateur. I don't know anything. So let's go on this ride together and learn together. And I'm really specifically particular about making any claims with this stuff. It's a journey through the land of not many truths, I would say that. And there are marvelous people involved in the community, just a vast majority of people.
Well, just like this chat.
Yeah.
You get so many, there's so much you can learn from. People just have to have an open mind.
Right.
It's not, the people that start the drama, the way I look at it is it's I. Everything's I.
It's exactly right. That's exactly what, or look at me.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Yep.
This hot sauce is pretty damn good.
Is it vinegar forward or is it a
let me close the bottle before I pour it on my computer. Let's see. Yeah, there's vinegar in it.
So do you taste the vinegar outright or do you not?
I do taste a little bit of vinegar, but not. I really taste the ginger.
Oh,
you really? Good. I mean, this will be great on rice. A lot of people don't eat white rice or brown rice because it's too, it's complacent. You put ginger on it, man, that makes a whole world of difference for me. If I had this, I would have had rice all my life.
I put sriracha on rice all the time.
Yeah, it's amazing when I get hooked on it now. I bring a hot sauce when I go out to eat, which is not much.
Yeah.
Bring a hot sauce bottle. Yeah, this is really good. And it's thick too.
So, yeah. Thick. Look at that. I like the ginger idea. That's curious to me.
Yeah, I really like this a lot. So it's not too hot. Anybody could have this. Just put a little bit on if you don't have a,
Right.
um, hot level for hot foods.
Yeah.
And I'm just pouring this on, guys. I could take a lot of this. That's a little too much, but hey, it happens.
Well, there's such. I'm not a big hot sauce fan. I'll tell you the truth.
Mm.
And so what? The hot sauces I use, just like you have your favorite one, right? It's the same thing. I have sriracha. You have your hot sauce.
Right.
It adds so much to our meals. It's so enjoyable when you find the sauce that you like to add that to stuff. It just makes the whole meal different. It makes it almost comfort food. I dig it completely.
I totally dig it.
Yeah.
Do you use dry rubs on your meat?
It depends. It's really that's a great question. I've been really contemplating this, Joe. Are you a smoker? Do you smoke meat?
A little bit. I haven't had the time to it, but yes, I have done it.
I am big. I've tried everything. I've tried injecting, pureeing, and injecting super hots in my pork.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried vinegar. I've tried mustard rub. I've tried dry rub. And what I found is, and this is going to seem very old-fashioned, it goes back to the basics, right? Salt, pepper, garlic, maybe some brown sugar that really helps the meat, and it really coats the meat and gives it that glaze or that taste. But I don't do anything specific like with like dry rubs. I'd have no problem with the dry rub. I think that's the way to go. I think it's absolutely the way to go in a smoking meat because it just adds to the flavor. The flavors are amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Gil. I appreciate it. If anybody has any questions to ask Johnny, put it in all caps for me. Usually I ask all questions all the way at the end, usually somewhere in there. It just makes it easier because you can't read the chat and do an interview and all that stuff. Just makes it, there's too much jumping up and down.
Yep.
But any kind of questions, feel free to ask. So this is what's in this packet. This is Hot Reaper dip mix. So this is a dip. That's terrible. It's not coming in.
Yeah.
That's a bummer. I tell you what, StreamYard and using these computers are great for this most of the time, but not today.
Yeah.
And this is what happens. This is what happens when you get old, right, John? You got to put the glasses on.
Oh, I know. It's crazy. It's crazy.
So this is garlic, salt, onions, herbs, spices, chili powder, red bell pepper, Carolina Reaper pepper, hickory smoke powder, natural hickory smoke flavor. That's it.
That sounds amazing. Sounds amazing.
This is what happens when you have a party. You put one of these and don't say what it is.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like a great rub.
Yeah, this is actually a dip. This one was a dip. Wow. Imagine that. Imagine having some having a little chip there at a party. All of a sudden, let me dip this whole thing in there.
It would burn, man. It would burn.
Oh, that would really burn.
It would burn.
Let me see what this one is. Oh, this is another dip. I'm not going to get into this one. I had two dips. Awesome. So you're going to try pepper today, you said?
Yeah. I was going to try the what is this one? This is yellow fever. And what's amazing about this pepper is it has a really good burn hang time. And so what I'm going to do, guys, see, I do stuff a little different. Everyone sits around and talks about the peppers and stuff. What I do is I pour scalding hot coffee in a cup and I smoke a cigar. And I drink hot coffee while I'm eating a super hot. So what I do, why? Because no one does it. They all talk. And so this cup of coffee here is 139 degrees. Oops, can you see that? Can you see 100?
I see 98.
Okay, 1 second here. Let me see if I can get it up in the. Can you see? It's really hard. I got to get a bigger.
Yeah, I don't really see it. It goes in and out a little bit. And that's the wrong direction. Whoop, there it is.
Anyway.
It looked like 133.
Yep, it's 133. So we're going to go with 133. And 133 is not scalding. Usually it's 150. So here we go. I'm going to eat this. I'm going to tell you how the burn is. I'm going to describe it from the burning on the inside of my mouth. I'll describe it on the burning of my tongue, my throat, and then my stomach. Usually the pain scale is from 1 to 10, and usually it'll just affect the outer rim of my tongue. This pepper will just affect the outer rim of my tongue. The best thing you can do, guys, when I eat these, I've heard of different philosophies to do it. Eat it and chew it really carefully so you don't have big chunks. Chew it and almost mince it up. Here we go. This is about a ghost pepper, which is nothing.
Oh, welcome in, Rambling with Brums. Welcome in, Scotty.
Has a little bit of floral in it. Floral is like a dryer sheet. I always mention it tastes like a dryer sheet. Not sought after. Bruce Potsteyer Cook said if you dehydrate floral pods, they lose the floral taste. Boy,
so Mike said peppers affect different parts of the body like tongue, etc. Anything he avoids? Anything he avoids?
No. What I do, guys, my prep is peanut butter. 6 spoons of peanut butter. I heard bananas are good. Afterwards, I have a yogurt. Afterwards, if I have some bread, 2 pieces of bread, and it really is pretty good. My tongue's under a 1 right now. It's burning on the outer edge. Okay. Nothing in the mouth, nothing in the throat, nothing in the stomach. This is a very comfortable burn.
Thank you, Nora. Sorry, Johnny. So it's comfortable. It's not killing you. It's constant heat.
Constant, right on the outside of my tongue. That's the only place I have a burn.
That's not bad at all.
No. Cheers. Here's hot coffee. It does nothing. Here's the secret. In 3 minutes, it will spike up the heat 2 or 3 levels. I'm below 1 now. It's almost 0. But I've been doing peppers every day now for 2 weeks. Yeah.
So Jajubi says, does he grow all these peppers himself that you're trying?
No, I bought all these peppers. I had a garden about, I'd say, I don't know, half an acre, maybe a little bit over. In California, water is so expensive that the water bill was $200, $300 a month.
Oh, yeah, that kind of gets you right there.
So what I've done this year is I'm going to grow peppers, but I'm not going to grow all the other stuff. Tongue's at a solid 1 right now, right on the outside. I've been very unsuccessful at growing peppers. 1, 2, this environment is incredibly hostile. The rats, squirrels, birds, and everything else will come and eat the peppers. They'll eat the leaves. To get anything to grow here, because it's so hostile and there's very little water, they eat the plants, the leaves, everything to get water. So it's very hard to get a pepper plant. I had 10 really healthy pepper plants.
Right. The
rats ate them.
That's crazy.
It's, when you got bobcats and great horned owls in your yard, and coyotes by the pack load, this is the Wild West here. And it is very hostile. We have 8 foot snakes here. And so the whole point is, Joe, that this is an environment that only the tough survive. And that's why it's really, like when I put my cage up, next time I've got to build a wire cage for these plants. They'll never make it if I don't do it.
Yeah, protection.
Yep.
So check it off. Says, ever have your peppers end up too small?
Yes. It's about your fertilizer. There's a guy, Bruce Podslayer Cook. If you go to my description about 6 videos down in Peppers versus Peppers or Pepper Mayhem, you'll find Bruce Cook's link. And he talks about fertilizer and the right mix for fertilizer. It changed everything when he got the fertilizer mix right. And so, number one, when you have a plant growing, until it's about 4 feet, you got to pick all the flowers off. Pick all the buds off, because you don't want it. Those flowers are going to turn into peppers. You don't want that. What you want is to fertilize it correctly, pick the flowers off, so the plant puts all that energy, instead of growing into peppers, into the growth. Then at about 4 feet, let the flowers come, and you'll get a ton of peppers. You need to read up on the proper nutrients. You also need to read up on how to pluck the flowers to make sure that your plant reaches about 3 to 4 feet before you let the flowers go.
I like topping my peppers, and just because I can start them early in the season. Right. So the earlier you start, they're going to be too big to grow inside. So right. You just top the pepper, and by the time you want to go outside, they'll grow healthy for you.
Right, right.
So Barb Brownlee says, what is the hottest pepper you have dehydrated, and what did you use it in?
I just bought my first dehydrator. I haven't used it. I've never dehydrated a pepper. I've only been doing peppers now for 1.5 years. I've been on for 2 years, and I've been off for about 8 months of that. I keep on taking breaks for my sanity. And so I haven't dehydrated anything. That is going to be this next year. I'm going to be dehydrating.
You're back.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay. I have not dehydrated anything. I just bought my first dehydrator, and that's it. I've just bought my first dehydrator. I haven't used it yet.
Just to let you guys know, if you want anything in nutrition, including, when you grow hydroponics, what you were actually growing in chemicals, right? Because you got to have those chemicals. I want to grow stuff in the ground. I'm taking this other class. It's like a master's class, pretty much. And you want to get the most nutrition into your plants, tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers. Got to grow in the ground. It's all about your soil that you have. That's where the most nutritious food you will grow. It's in the ground. But you got to, there's so much learning. Even the best gardeners out there, they're using fertilizer. Everything's about chemicals. I still believe that's one of the number one reasons why we have all these health problems in the world. We're growing fertilizer. We go outside anywhere we go. If you grow in even a wealthy neighborhood, 95% have chemicals, fertilizer in their ground.
Right.
And they're wondering why their kids are sick, or this is not going right, or wrong nutrition levels, or everything's all whacked.
Right.
We're using fertilizer on everything.
Exactly right. And NPK is, I think, what the elements that we're talking about.
Yes.
Yep. And so I don't know if that's considered fertilizer. It is chemical.
Yeah, what it comes down to is, if you grow right with the right soil, you could grow big, healthy vegetables, and a lot of vegetables, and double the yields. That's the reason why people are using cover crops now. I guess it's about the nitrogen, the carbon cycle, and everything into the soil. If you want to grow stuff huge too, you could grow with a lot of fertilizer, but maybe that might not. That's up to the person. I want people to grow food. I don't care how they grow it, but if you want to grow healthy, it's a different dynamic.
Right, exactly.
So, let me see. Juliana had everything in caps here. Do you see that or no?
Yes.
It's all, you know what it is, Juliana? It's all about everything dying off, and you get the worms eat everything, and you got the worm poop. that's what comes down with pumpkins, because this is a huge source of nitrogen in it, and just it's perfect for just throw it in there, compost it. It's a good thing to compost. It's a great thing to compost pumpkins.
And I don't know how to answer that question, so I'm not gonna.
And Nisi's here. That's free handling made. Thank you for coming, Nisi. That's the reason why my gardener said stuff about pumpkins. So let me see. And aquaponics is great too for growing, but just remember you're growing by chemicals. That's all. But I tell you what, that could be some of the best lettuce you ever had. But
it costs a lot of money to do that setup too. I mean, you got to think about it. It really depends on the individual, right? And what their goal is, and what their space confinement is, and what their temperature. Like if I lived in Alaska, my growing apparatus would be completely different than it would be growing in Southern California or maybe New Jersey. It just depends on your room. There's so many elements to consider.
Yeah, just the main thing is to grow.
Yeah.
Grow hot peppers, guys. I'm telling you, you're going to be fascinated by growing a hot pepper. The way it grows, it's all of them are so different. The colors are so different. The shapes and stuff is so different.
Right.
You will really enjoy doing that. Hey, we got let me see. There's Barb Brownlee just came in a little while ago. Idaho Garden Girl. Scratching Pete's here. Dragon Cat.
Hey, Pete.
That's awesome. Peace, love, and crochet with Deidre. So that's that's another thing. When I started getting to crochet, I never thought I was going to get crochet stuff in my circle of what I wanted in my channel. But I kind of got linked to Lady Bird Loves, my friend Lisa, and it was about growing food. Then I followed her channel. I'm like, oh, what's all this crochet stuff? I'm like, but it's something I used to love doing when I was little.
Oh, nice.
I used to do it with my grandmother. So I'm like, well, let me put this in here. That's another great community, is the crochet community.
Very big too.
Very big and really good people.
Yep.
Very generous too. Yep. So Johnny, it's already 7:53. I'm going to spin a wheel in about 2 minutes.
Okay.
Anything you want to end on the way out? Like tell everybody what you're doing in the next week so everybody can follow your channel. And Jane, if you have can you post Johnny's link for his channel again? And guys, please subscribe. Oh, there's Rebel Canners too. Do you eat any canned peppers? Just even it's jalapenos or anything else?
Yeah, I do. I'm going to be honest, Joe. I don't like peppers.
Okay.
For the most part, I do them because people like seeing them.
That's true.
I do because a lot of the stuff we do on here is because either we can do it because we're fascinated and we have a passion for it, or because there's a mix of that. And for me, I eat peppers now just to see how hot they are. I want to find the pepper that stops me and pushes me back, and I haven't met it yet. Even the worst pepper I've ever had got me up to a 1.
Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't push me back, and it's because of that unique thing I was talking about.
Mm-hmm. My friend Johnny Monster do the same exact thing.
Right.
I mean, it's like, how did you not get a reaction off that? Stuff like that. Goes, I'm just eating a hot pepper.
Yeah, it's really and there are people like there was a guy called the Atomic Menace. He ate 150 Reapers. Think about what that does. Now, if you eat 150 Reapers, I eat 23 or 22 or 20 whatever ghost peppers, right? I want to tell you the revenge that the mass had on me the next day of peppers that I ate. Can you imagine eating 150 Reapers? I can't imagine that wasn't the worst day of their life.
I can't imagine.
And I thought to myself, because of that, when I ate the Reapers and my heat level wasn't going up, I was just eating them one after the other. I thought, I'm not going to do more than 10 peppers ever again. That's my stopping point. If I can do 10, it's probably not worth going.
So we got a question from Face the Ace. I got questions. You think pregnant women can eat, I guess, hot peppers? I got my cousin. She's 5 months pregnant. She loves hot sauce. You think she can eat hot peppers or sauce?
Not a clue. Not a clue.
My best guess and do it right is if she's used to eating hot peppers, just have a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't do anything crazy. Don't eat super hot peppers. Super hot is just a different level.
Be a great choice, but what do I know?
Any other questions in the chat? I don't. Okay, so we're going to go to the wheel. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Johnny, you're such a great guest, man. I tell you what, I love that how you help people and help channels, and I absolutely love it. So we got some good stuff to give away. Let's see who's going to win. Johnny's on the wheel. Each week there is a wrong one. Each week there is a subscription video, and I also give out free seeds every single day. That's 100 days of seeds. So I hope you guys could check that out on Facebook. If you go to free seeds, Jane, if you could post that, on Facebook, I'm giving away free seeds too. So just leave a comment and registration, and I'll let it go. Okay, I'm going to shuffle here, guys. So the first thing I'm going to give away is Ghost Pepper Dip Mix. Ghost Pepper Dip Mix. Okay, here we go. Good luck. Got to be in the chat to win, and you got to go to subscription video each and every single week to win a prize. You got to be in the chat to win. Kim G.
Congrats, Kim.
Congratulations to Kim. The next one is Smoking Hot Reaper Dip Mix. These are all from Pepper Pal. If you guys want these, go to Pepper Pal. You can find them. Kim G. Oh, double winner. No way. Look at that.
Out of that wheel, double winner. Boy.
Well, and that's a winner chicken dinner to start it off. That's
amazing.
And if yesterday I had a great live. If you guys want to go check it out, we got Dr. Paula Ruffin, and she was on for about an hour. And we had Evan, and he was talking about bats, which was really cool.
Nice.
Okay, here is the Death by Salsa. Death by Salsa. Good luck, everyone. This is really red. Looks like it's blood in there. Death by Salsa. Who's going to win? Dark Lord Menet.
Hey!
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And we're going to give away 2 Pucker Butt hot sauces. So if you want to check out the hot sauces, go to Pucker Butt. The first one is Peach Super Hot Blend. So this is on a hot level. It's 5-star. It's a 5. It's hot. Very hot. Remember, if Kim G's in the chat, those hot sauces match come back next. Dark Lord Menet is here. Big winner. Make sure you win. You got to email me. I'm not searching you. You got to search me. Ted Pottle.
Congratulations, Ted.
And I think Ted's in the chat.
Nice.
And here comes the Yellow Super Hot Blend. Good luck, everyone. Good luck. Winner here, Wanda Moses.
Congratulations.
And when you give her 3 things of hot pepper seeds away.
Nice.
I'm not sure what they are yet until I go through my stuff. Ted Bottle is here. Now we're looking for Wanda Moses. Built on a rock homestead.
Congratulations.
Next one. love the polka. This is Mama.
Congratulations.
And one last one for tonight. I got you, Ted. Make it wane. That's better. All right. So that was another Pierogi Monday. So let me see if anybody else came in. I got you, Ted. I got Dark Lord Menet. Kim G. I know Kimberly Guy is here, but I don't think she's the Kim G. So, well, guys, that's about it. Johnny, anything last thing to say to everybody?
Thank you very much for having me, and it was a pleasure getting to know some people in here. I really enjoyed the opportunity. Thank you very much.
And Wanda Moses is here too.
Very good.
So, well, thank you so much, and I hope everybody checks out next Sunday Fun Day. Check out Johnny's channel. You're really gonna like it there, guys, because he makes everybody belong, and that's what you want to do when you go to channels. So, everybody have a great day. Take care, and see you on. Come register for the seeds, guys. What are you guys missing? You guys are missing out. Seeds. Okay. Take care, everyone.